When Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, unveiled her much-anticipated lifestyle brand, as ever, the world braced for a new chapter in her post-royal saga. Heralded as a blend of ethical luxury and modern elegance, the brand was supposed to embody Meghan's values: empowerment, sophistication, and a touch of Hollywood allure. Yet, in a twist that seemed almost inevitable to her critics, the launch was overshadowed by controversy. Social media exploded with scathing reviews and mocking memes, centering on the brand's packaging as "lined like her face," a phrase that quickly went viral, fueling a firestorm that Meghan once again found herself at the center of. The anticipation around Meghan's entry into the lifestyle sector was immense. Ever since her dramatic departure from the British royal family, every project she's touched has been met with both fervent support and fierce criticism. The As Ever launch in Los Angeles was no exception. The branding was immaculate, the messaging precise, and the celebrity endorsements abundant. However, as soon as the first wave of products reached consumers, disappointment surfaced. Across the globe, customers shared photos of battered boxes, peeling labels, and oddly creased packaging, details that instantly eclipsed the products themselves. The world watched as the narrative flipped from glamorous debut to glaring blunder in a matter of hours. The internet, never one to miss an opportunity for spectacle, quickly latched onto the brand's flaws. Influencers who received PR packages posted unfiltered unboxings, revealing bent corners, wrinkled labels, and what many called careless craftsmanship. The biting phrase "line like her face" trended for days. Critics drew parallels between the packaging and what they described as Meghan's overly managed, yet strained, public persona. The memes and commentary were relentless, making it clear that the public's patience for Meghan's missteps was wearing thin. The uproar wasn't just about aesthetics. Packaging plays a critical role in retail, with studies showing that nearly 3/4 of consumers say packaging design influences their buying decisions. For a brand positioning itself as the gold standard of mindful luxury, the disconnect between As Ever's promises and its actual presentation was impossible to ignore. The packaging, meant to be a symbol of Meghan's commitment to quality, became the very evidence of her failure to deliver. As the backlash intensified, Meghan Markle's PR machine went into overdrive. Official statements blamed unexpected supply chain disruptions and printer errors for the subpar packaging. Yet, journalists and industry experts weren't convinced. Investigations revealed that cost-cutting decisions had led to the use of inferior materials and hurried production schedules. Internal emails from the company, leaked in the days following the launch, exposed a culture of cutting corners in the name of expediency. For a brand with Meghan's resources and ambitions, such amateurish mistakes were both baffling and telling. This was not Meghan's first brush with over-promising and under-delivering. Observers pointed to her now-defunct Spotify podcast, Archetypes, which vanished after only one season, and her children's book, The Bench, which was met with middling reviews and lackluster sales. In each instance, a flurry of positive press at launch soon gave way to disappointment and allegations of chaos behind the scenes. As Ever seemed to be following the same script: grand promises, breathless hype, and a disappointing reality that left even her supporters disillusioned. Experts in celebrity branding noted that Meghan's mistakes were symptomatic of a broader trend. According to marketing professors and luxury retail consultants, many celebrities believe that their fame alone can sustain a lifestyle brand. But consumers today are discerning. They seek authenticity, attention to detail, and a sense of care in every aspect of the experience. When a brand fails on something as basic as packaging, it raises doubts about the entire operation. Meghan's attempt to shortcut these fundamentals came across as arrogant and out of touch. The fallout extended beyond social media mockery. Reports emerged that major retailers had paused plans to stock As Ever products, concerned about the quality and consistency of what they'd received. Online resale platforms saw a surge in returned items, often accompanied by customer photos of the infamous wrinkled labels. Industry insiders whispered that the brand's reputation had been seriously damaged and that recovery would be an uphill battle. What made the as-ever debacle so glaring was its utter avoidability. In an era where even small direct-to-consumer brands invest heavily in packaging, Meghan's team seemed to have learned nothing from years of consumer expectations and market research. For someone with her access to resources, the failure to deliver even on basic quality controls was a damning indictment of her leadership and attention to detail. The controversy reignited deeper debates about Meghan Markle's approach to public life. Detractors argued that she was more interested in self-promotion than substance, and that her repeated failures to deliver on promises reflected a deeper pattern of superficiality. Meanwhile, her defenders insisted that the backlash was rooted in sexism and racism, and that Meghan was simply being held to impossible standards. The truth, however, seemed to lie in the mounting evidence of mismanagement and a consistent pattern of style over substance. As the dust settled, the outlook for as ever remained uncertain. Could Meghan Markle salvage her brand's reputation, or was her latest venture destined to be another footnote in a growing list of failed celebrity projects? For now, the only certainty was that the world would continue to watch her every move, critical, skeptical, and perhaps waiting for the next wrinkle in the saga.